A Republican senator has recently been caught being honest about voting rights, or basically honest about her stance about not wanting certain people to have the right to vote. Now, this is Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith of Mississippi, who recently got in trouble for something that was unrelated, was recently captured on video endorsing voter suppression during a campaign stop earlier this month. Now, she said that efforts to undermine voting among liberals at certain colleges would end up being a great idea. Let's watch. Can't beat him, cheat him. That is apparently the new Republican slogan, at least among people like Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith. Hey, man, we just want to make it a little bit more difficult for liberals to vote, and I think that's a great idea. It's a fantastic idea. No, who thinks less voting is a great idea? Oh, right, this woman. No, she thinks, well, the less people that vote, the more chance we have of winning. In fact, that goes back to the godfather of the modern conservative movement, Paul Weyrich. Weyrich said, hey, we got this problem. We got the goo-goo syndrome, right? Good government. We don't want good government. We want bad government. We want government that serves corporations and the wealthy. And you know how we get that? We make it so that less people are able to vote. So what we're going to do is that we're going to disenfranchise you. We're going to put in extra steps to make it more difficult for certain people to vote. And then the solution is we win. We win. And of course, you know what that means? When they admit this, it means actually we're winning. Because think about it this way. For those of you who think, hey, dude, my vote doesn't matter. Well, apparently it does enough for them to try to steal it from you. And as we saw during this midterm election, even with the districts gerrymandered the hell, right? When it comes to the House races, you need so many million more votes in order to beat Republicans in certain districts because they've been drawn in certain ways. And I'm not saying that Democrats also don't benefit from gerrymandering. They absolutely do. But when it comes down to it, voter suppression is mostly performed by Republicans. And so, look, here she is. She's admitting it. Now, of course, later on, she comes and says, oh, no, see that tape that I just showed you? That was edited. That was deceptively edited. This is funny because on an unrelated matter, there was another tape that was edited by, I believe it wasn't Jacob Wall. That's a completely different issue as well. But there was edited tape of Jim Acosta apparently karate chopping or whatever an aide to the president. That was not true. That was edited video. So you want to talk about people editing videos to make other people look bad? Well, I think the right has sort of a monopoly on this. But anyway, she said, well, I mean, it wasn't just edited. It was a joke. It was a joke. She tweeted from her Twitter account. And so it's okay to still have a sense of humor in America, isn't it? These students enjoyed a laugh with Cindy despite out-of-state social media posts trying to mislead Mississippians. Okay, so what was it? Was it a joke? Or was it deceptively edited? Or was it both? A deceptively edited joke. What was it? What was it? Again, in my experience, it's been Republicans that deceptively edit videos. I mean, look, you go back to Project Veritas, right? All that bullshit. The destruction of Acorn, which, by the way, helped register minorities to vote. No wonder they wanted to destroy Acorn. And, of course, President Obama, in his infinite wisdom, basically listened to the smear attacks and said, okay, we're going to defund Acorn. We're going to defund it, okay? Well, those are the same people, by the way. Republicans don't want voting. The people who benefited from Acorn. And finally, HuffPost notes that, quote, it is unclear which other schools Hyde-Smith referred to in the video. But there are several historically black colleges and universities in the state. That's not an accident. Now, maybe it was a joke, but I don't think disenfranchisement of American citizens' votes is a laughing matter, because voter suppression is absolutely real. We had a whole Section 5 of the Voting Rights Act for quite a long time because voter suppression was so rampant back in the 60s, back during civil rights, that the government felt that they had to put in protections for people. Now those protections are gone, and guess what? The same places that tried to block the vote before are blocking it now, and Mississippi is apparently one of those places. So, do you think that's funny? That's not funny at all. Disenfranchising black people, students, etc. Democrats, essentially. Hey, I got an idea. If you want to win, actually win on your merits. Actually win on your policy proposals, instead of trying to cheat other people out of the vote. My guess is they're not going to go in that direction, because they know that thanks to demographic changes and thanks to younger generations generally being more liberal and more tolerant, that their chance is over. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.